Guys, Caleb here, and today I'm going to be showcasing the vintage Lego racer car from the 1920s that I made. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge vintage car fan. I really like vintage cars. I would really rather have a vintage car than a flashy sports car any day. And so originally I was just gonna make a vintage sports car, but as I kept going, it kept getting harder and harder, and so I ended up making it a drag racer, meaning it doesn't really have headlights, and it's more meant for racing instead of just a clean convertible or whatever. It's more of a race car, but it made it back in the 1920s. Is kind of what it's based off of, like a 1920s drag racer car. And so I pretty much built a micro scale ish drag racer car, and today I'm going to be showing you that. Well, I guess I should start saying that the front wheels don't actually really spin. They're actually literally just attached by studs. They just click into place there, and I think that's fine because it's really more of a display model rather than just a play model. So they don't really actually spin. I mean, they sort of spin, but if you try and run it, you can see those front wheels don't really spin that easily at all. Putting the back wheels on tut and garage, so they do spin a little bit, but it's not really meant for just rolling along the ground. As you can see, I pretty much made this brown wooden color scheme pretty much. So it's pretty much like a wooden drag racer pretty much. Got the front hood there, that does look pretty neat. And it's all pretty rounded off and sloped off pretty well. I think it did a pretty good job of sort of sloping the entire thing off with these nice curves and stuff. Little windshield there, and one of the fun parts is that I actually didn't end up putting a minifig in there, but I did end up putting two people in there. They're just little heads with mustaches, of course, so I'm a big mustache fan, and they got helmets and a hat, and they just have two really big mustaches, but they're on those little 1x2 plates, and it looks really cool. I even got a little steering wheel there, which turned out really cool. A little gap there where I guess their feet would go, and that does look pretty cool just to have their little heads there. And then behind them we pretty much have a fin because it is like a drag racing car, and there are some little tail lights and a flame coming out of the exhaust pipe, but if you want to, you can just knock the flame off and just go without the flame. I think it looks just fine without the flame personally. It looks just fine. It's just a little something extra that I ended up putting on. A little bit of a size reference. This is it next to a Speed Champions car I have. This is it next to the Dodge Challenger looking vintage car from that Spider-Man set I have. This is it next to the Aston Martin, so it is quite small. You can actually even fit it on the roof of the Aston Martin. It really is quite a small little build, so you can just fit in my hand, really. There you have it. This is the vintage drag racing car I made, pretty much based off the 1920s, and I do think it turned out pretty cool. It did take a fair amount of time to make, really getting all the slopes and curves, just right on the model, but I am quite happy how it turned out. It's just a cute little mock that I have, and I think I'll keep it for a while because it is a nice little, display piece on my shelf. The Secret Productions sign off for now. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my newest videos. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.